Why the giraffe don't look like the lion? They don't hunt. It ain't got nothing to do with what you eat. You think the lion look the way it eat because of what it eat? You think the physique is what, like watch the lion. You think that physique is that because of what it eat? It's not. It's the hunt that make it look like that. It's the hunt. Because every time it get up and it go out, it's got to run. Every time it go out, it's got to jump on my man and boom, bring my man to the ground. And I don't know if you watched it or not, but I promise you, whatever they catch, it ain't just letting them eat it. It's a fight going on. And every time it fight, it gets stronger. Every time it fight, it get more ferocious. Every time it fight, it becomes more of what it is.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? YouTube, it's your boy 5039. We back at it again. Shouts out to the almighty LDBC. Be sure to shop Usual Suspect 6. And oh yeah, we got a nice little show for y'all today on the early morning hunt edition. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Be sure to follow me right here on YouTube, 503 Hard Hitter Sports and Entertainment. And yeah, let's get to it.
You know, you influence everybody. Who was your influence?
A boxer named Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back, man. I had to play the intro real quick. Apologies for that, man. StreamYard got some new little settings on there where you can play with the intros and outros and stuff like that, man. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Salute to my brother Jab Jamboree, the first one in the chat. Where are you at, brother? You got the link. Pull up. I got my brother, new fat boy. I was the old fat boy. I'm a new fat boy. Salute to my boy, man. Naptown in here. Ice season. My boy Corey Lee is in the building. Ice season, baby. I got my Texas brother up in here, man. Brent, motherfucking me, Fox. The lovely sister Shower is in the building. Salam to my beautiful sister, my truck driving sister. I hope everything is going good for you out there where you at. Because I know that weather out there in the mountains ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, we're going to go ahead and get right into it. I'm not finna sit around and wait for my brothers to pull up. They'll pull up when they pull up. You know, they treat Five Show like a, stepchild. But it's all good. So we're gonna get right into it. So this weekend, man, shouts out to motherfucking Top Rank. And of course, shouts out to Matchroom and DAZN. I'm not gonna lie, man. DAZN has been holding it down this year for the fight fans. You got to give credit what credit is due. And right now, DAZN is king. It just is what it is. You know, I give that second slot to Top Rank. And DB3, man, Keyshawn Davis, the Davis brothers, Keon, Kelvin, Keyshawn, Troy Isley, Abdullah Mason. Statements was made this weekend. Statements was made at the 135-pound division, and we got to give credit to Keyshawn Davis, man. What did we learn over the weekend, man? Y'all already know what I'm on. Usual Suspect Sunday, Suspect 6 boxing recap. What did we learn this weekend, man? Me, myself, personally, I learned a lot of things. I learned that, salute to my guy, PGH, Big Dog. I learned a lot of things this weekend, especially um on the on the zone card. But Top Rank, first things first, Top Rank is heavily invested in black fighters. They're heavily invested in Latino Mexican fighters. And I know Teofimo's somewhere swinging in the air right now because he ain't getting no love over there at ESPN Top Rank, man. It really just got a whole lot more worser. It really just got a whole lot more worser for a Teofimo Lopez. Because now you got Keyshawn Davis who can put 10 Keyshawn Davis and DB3 and Troy Isley and that whole Virginia pack over there, that whole Virginia crew, that them boys really did their best shit. Um and none of those guys are world champions. None of those guys are the at the top of the division just shit. I mean, Keyshawn is knocking the dough down, but you know what I'm saying? He's still not in the best position just yet to be the king of the division, but he's making his claim. And I learned that people in Virginia want to see these guys. It just is what it is. They want to see these guys. That seems like a loyal fan base that will be around for a long time. You've seen a lot of Virginia legends in the building. We seen Pusha T, we seen Mike Vick, we seen Bruce Smith, we seen a lot of OGs out the VA pull up, and who knows, man? We might see a Chris Brown pull up. We might see a Missy Elliott pull up. We might see a Timberland pull up. You know what I'm saying? We might see a AI Allen Iverson pull up. You know, all these guys are out of Virginia, and these females too. So I think that it's only gonna get better if that brand in Virginia keep building with DB3 and Troy, and we shall see what happened. I got my brother Act Reacher in the building. What's going down with it, bro?
What's good, champ? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. I'm better now that you didn't pull it up on me, man. Salute to Act, man. See, Act really loves me because he always the first. He's always the first one to pull up, man. These other guys, man, they just don't be making the cut, man. But what did you learn over the weekend, man? Watching that DB3 card, man, because you was like low key hating in the backstage watching.
How was I?
You know how you was hating. You know, bro.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know what 503 is talking about, but I'm gonna keep it a stack, man. I learned that all the brothers is talented. You know, if we specifically talking about all the brothers, Keon Calvin, who else I'm missing, Bob? And I be mixing up the names.
Yeah, Keon, Kelvin, and Keyshawn. And of course, box boy Troy Isley.
Yeah. And shout out to Troy, man. Masterful boxing performance. So, you know, I learned, you know, man, like you said, the Virginia boys got something to say, man. The Virginia boys got something to say, man, definitely. And I'm looking forward to seeing more cards in Virginia. I'm looking forward to seeing more cards in Virginia. It looked like it was a good turnout, man. Michael Vick was there. The mayor of Norfolk was there. Uh, you even had I thought I expected Pusha T to be there, but I didn't see him. Shout out to Five. Because Five was like, yo, who that in the back behind Tim Bradley? And I was like, oh shoot, that is Pusha T. You know, I wanted that for him because I know he's cool. You know, I seen Keyshawn, you know, hanging with Pusha T and stuff like that. So, I just wanted him to support his mans. That's all. Wasn't no hate. It was all love. I like
Yeah,
Keyshawn. I like Keyshawn. I don't have a problem with Keyshawn. I think he's good for
right.
boxing.
Okay, so we was having this conversation yesterday on BFTB. I pulled up over there and chopped it up with him for a few minutes. And he was, saying some things that was very, very interesting. So I'm gonna ask you the same question B asked me, but I'm gonna paraphrase. You as a boxing fan, bro, do you think that Shakur Stevenson is still the number one candidate over anybody else in the division, or based off what you seen Friday night, is Keyshawn that number one guy to get the Tank fight?
Um, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think Shakur is definitely, it could be 1A or 1B or however people want to cut and slice it, but I definitely think that Shakur Stevenson is definitely the second. The second, he is some in some people mind, he may even be the first. I definitely think Tank and Shakur is definitely the top matchup at the 135 division. That's the match that we've been talking about for a while now. And then when Devin was there, he was also in the mix too. We wanted to, however you wanted to mix and match it, if you wanted to put
Okay,
Devin.
so be direct with me. You as a boxing fan, just you, based off Act Reacher, his standards, what he go by and what he see. You're a fighter as well, so you're a boxer. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Do you want to see Keyshawn Davis more versus a Shakur Stevenson? Because everybody knows that Shakur, he isn't, everybody's favorite thing to watch. But when you get Keyshawn, he's way more exciting than a Shakur, respectfully. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to discredit the brother Shakur, but as just you as a fight fan, bro, would you rather see Keyshawn or would you rather see Shakur in that with Tank?
Um, I'm gonna be honest. I still think because of the work that's been done, and I can't take away from all the work that's been done as far as on Shakur Stevenson side, that I want to necessarily put him over top of Keyshawn Davis, even though Keyshawn Davis had a masterful performance, even with the weight situation. I still can't put him over all of the currency that Shakur Stevenson has put in. So I still, and not only that, like BFTB would say, styles make fights, and him being in there with Tank, he could charge up that power battery, and you never know. 503, it may be one of the best fights that we seen, or it could be Rocky 2 when he chasing the chicken. I don't know. It could go so many different ways, but I think because of the currency that Shakur Stevenson has put in, I don't think that I'm gonna overlook him and say that he don't deserve that Tank fight. And there's a lot of history there, and there's a backstory, and you know how Element Act is. I love them backstories with the sparring, and not only that, just them coming up in the amateurs and stuff together. I think that's very important to a storyline when it comes to a fight. you know, and Shakur has a backstory with Tank Davis. So no, I'm not gonna say Keyshawn over him, but if the opportunity presented itself and Keyshawn was able to get that fight, I'm not against it neither.
Okay. Salute to my boy Talib, Eric O, Big Joe, Young Tay Tay, NY's in here. I see you, Tay. I see you, Big Joe. We got the Bay up in here, my boy. We got the Kakalakis with Talib in here. I'm gonna slide down the VA though. You know what I'm saying? We got the good doctor coming out, Big Richie Rich, Richmond, Virginia. What's going down with it, bro?
What's good, fellas? What's going on with y'all? What y'all talking about, man? Because I came in. I was about to jump on and hit the damn link. Got a phone call from my brother. You know what I'm saying? Because today is the Marine Corps' birthday, and it's also my nephew's birthday. You know what I'm saying? So the Marine Corps is 248 years old, and my nephew is 24, I think, 23, 24, one of them. You know what I'm saying? But what's going on with y'all fellas?
Man, salute, man. Happy Veterans Day to you.
Yeah,
and
facts.
all of the
and my
yeah,
sister,
all,
and Trill Will.
Mhm.
That's the only
Happy,
Marines I could think of.
right. OG Mr. Mont too. OG Mr. Mont
yeah,
too. Salute to you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I haven't seen Mr. Mont in a while, but I hope everything is going good with Mr. Mont too. Happy Veterans Day to all my fellow veterans, my pops as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask you this though, bro. What did you learn? You being a Virginia native, we're not gonna really talk about the fights per se.
Mhm.
I'm trying to swing the direction of the show because I know we're gonna talk about that on the Beltway, so I don't want to steal the Beltway sauce.
Mhm.
But I want to ask you, like, what did you learn watching that court Friday? I don't know if you've been out and about, in in the streets and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We know how KG get down, man. But like, was Virginia like buzzing? Was people like talking about this fight and seeing it now? And like, is people still talking about what happened over the weekend?
Um, I'm gonna break it down like this. I'm in Richmond, and they were in Norfolk. Norfolk is like maybe like an hour 45, 2 hours, depending on how you driving. You know what I'm saying? So let's say about an hour 45 minutes away. Um, I'm going through my stories on Facebook and on IG. I'm seeing my homeboy from Petersburg. He's in the venue. I'm seeing my homeboys from Hopewell. I'm seeing my boys that's in Newport News, that's in Virginia Beach. I'm seeing these are all stories being posted, them in the
Mm,
stands. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm seeing guys from the DC area that I know. This may be 10, 15 stories. It's all lit. I'm seeing Jerry Forrest post about how much money was generated in Norfolk that night. You know what I'm saying? Based off of
mm,
the whole build up of the week. Everybody that traveled, that
mm.
stayed in town, the after parties. You know what I'm saying? He was like, bro, we can turn some fucking money down this bitch. He said, because we showed the fuck up. He said the 7 cities showed up and showed the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that shows that um the old saying, if you build it, they will come. And these and the Davis brothers have built themselves to a spot that Norfolk wants to see them. They've always had Norfolk in the 7 cities support, but they've built themselves into a position. Keyshawn, the middle brother, putting his brothers into that position that people came in droves to come see them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
Uh.
that's something that stood out, and it really really means something because it showed how VA we still come together. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Northern Virginia, Southern Virginia, Eastern, Western, any part of Virginia, motherfuckers converged on the scope on Friday night.
Yeah. Salute to Arthur, the foreign correspondent, the co-host of the show. I'm gonna ask KG one more question, and we're gonna slide down to R fella. Felix Nunez, the Dominican brother out of Jersey, the artiste. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
He asked a great question, and I'm gonna slide this to UK. He say, "Is Keyshawn officially a contender now and not a prospect?" Don't hey man, don't hit him upside the head too hard, KG.
Nah, I ain't gonna hit him upside the head. I stopped looking at Keyshawn as a prospect maybe like a year ago. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, and I know we look at their resumes and we look at the number of fights that a fighter has, and that's how we try to categorize who's a prospect and who isn't or whatever. But at the same time, this motherfucker's trying to put Andy Cruz in the same category as Keyshawn. You can't do that.
Not happening.
You know what I'm saying?
Be sure to watch the Ack and Art show.
Yeah, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's not even apples and oranges. It's fucking damn apples and fucking damn and fucking onions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So no,
for
but
sure.
no, he's right there. He's a contender, but he's not gonna be seen as that because of the number of fights that he has. Like all the big
Yeah,
name guys, like a Tank will be like, oh, he ain't fought nobody, he ain't did nothing. You're gonna hear that. He's gonna like he is right there in that middle of that void where he's gonna get that pushback. What has he done? Who has he fought? You know what I'm saying? That and that's that way of the top tier motherfuckers, the damn shot is damn because they don't have a comeback. They can't really daggone if a nigga clown on you, that's your comeback. Well, I'm rich though. Well, I get bitches. I still fuck. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will say shit like that. So therefore, Keyshawn, he's right there at the screen door. Them niggas ain't gonna let him in. Even though a screen door ain't got no lock on it, all you gotta do is pull that bitch open or go ahead and knock the screen out and climb on through. And I think Keyshawn is at the point that he's already cutting a hole into that screen that he's trying to slide on in. Because he don't shy away from saying anybody's name at the end of a fight. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like not this fight, the previous fight. He was talking about Frank Martin, but he talked directly to the boss. He said Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? Set that fight up because he said, I know Earl can make that happen. This case, he talked directly to the quote unquote boss, Tank Davis. Knock knock. What's up? You know what I'm saying? So I like the fact that the kid does that.
Yes, sir. Great breakdown. Shawa says, I'm telling you, then she say, I'm telling you, them black cities down there need that.
Mm-hmm.
Salute to my boy Stick Talk Richie. Tay say be sure to go shop usual suspect 6man.com, and we got a lot of drip on there, man. Wintertime drip. We got the good doctor products, man. It's a lot of shit on a lot of updates on usual suspect 6, and the mastermind, the creator behind shopusualsuspect6.com is of course, man, none other than a foreign correspondent. All fella, I like to call him the mad scientist because he always in the motherfucking in the lab creating everything that you see, from my favorite, the Texas teas, you know what I'm saying, to the good doctor merch, you know what I'm saying, to the Berserker Boy merch, you know what I'm saying, to the Crescent City merch. I mean, this guy's everywhere, man. What's going down with it, big old?
And what it do, what you're saying, what it going, it's your favorite yet your most hated all fella back for another one. It's Usual Suspect Sundays with my guy 503 Line, aka Mr. Texas Drip. You in the dig. Salute to the Usual Suspect 6. Salute to the chat. Of course, make sure y'all shop usualsuspect6.com. We just uploaded some new drip from the Team Berserker clan lineup. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all go check that. We got the new Team Berserker hoodie, as well as the jogging suit. You know what I mean? So shop usualsuspect6.com. The Texas, the H-Town lineup will be dropping it within the next couple of days. We also got the Crescent City lineup that will be dropping soon as well. So yeah, like 503 says, you know what I mean? The drip keeps coming, you know what I mean? We keep updating the site. New products are always being added. So yeah, don't just check it out one time. Bookmark it, make it a favorite part of your internet browser, and continue to go back. You know what I mean? Because there might be something new up on the site that you might take a liking to. You know what I mean? It might fit your description. So yeah, y'all know what it is. Yeah, I heard y'all cooking about Friday's event. You know what I mean? In the 7 cities. Keyshawn had a great performance. All the
Yeah.
brothers had a great performance. It was a successful night, I think, for the quote unquote, lack of better words, the top ranked prospects. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause you always in these streets, and you know what I'm saying. You out there in the six in Canada and whatnot in the north. You know what I'm saying, the deep north. Let's just make that clear. Uh, you being a fellow Canadian, bro, and you seeing a all black card and top rank, and you being one of the OGs of this shit, like you was around when we was pushing that all black everything. So to see top rank, basically steal a sauce from us and put it on a platform, and they got Keyshawn Davis leading the pack, man. How does that make you feel, bro, as a fight fan?
Good. You know what I mean? It makes me feel great. It makes me feel that what we do here on usual suspect platforms, our ideals, our opinions, they're actually heard. And
Right.
being heard, they're actually manifested. You brought up a great point yesterday, Five. You know what I mean? You know that you were noticing that there's not a lot of conflicts with regards to scheduling. We're able to watch these fights. There was like the top ranked card was on Friday, and then you
Yeah.
have Boots and it's on Saturday and whatnot. Whereas in the past, they were conflicting. Both of them were on Saturday. Both of them came on at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, or whatever. You know what I mean? So that was one of the criticisms you hear all of us, all the usual suspects be talking about scheduling conflicts, and it seems they've heard those. They've heard those complaints. It seems that some of these promotional companies have heard the complaints of showcasing the black fighter. They'll showcase everybody else, the Mexican fighter, Latino nights, uh, Eastern European showcases, but
Yeah.
they forget about the soul. You know what I mean? They forget about the soul of the sport. You know what I mean? So kudos to Top Rank for low key putting together. Because to be honest, I wasn't even looking at that like it was an all black card until you said it. You know what I mean? I was looking at it as, oh, this is a great card full of prospects on route to possible title shots,
Right.
on
Yeah.
route to possible greatness. But now that you bring up that point, kudos to Top Rank for putting that together, recognizing the talent, outside the ring talent and charisma of Keyshawn Davis, because he was able to hold the promotion. I like the fact that ESPN Top Rank were doing, in my eyes, new things. That was something new.
Yeah.
That was something new, having Keyshawn with the Bluetooth, because we was sitting back there. Why this motherfucker got a Bluetooth on? You know what I mean? Who the
Nah,
fuck?
that was hating ass act Reacher. He was hating, bro. You heard him hating backstage.
But good question. Why was, you know
How
what I
was
mean?
I hating? How
Like,
was that hating? Because I said he got the old head Bluetooth in.
For
That's
real,
what
for
I
real, for
said.
real. You know what I mean? That's some old head shit. You know what I mean? But
Sound like some hating shit to me.
made sense. It all made sense the way Top Rank was doing it. You know what I mean? And I kind of like that. You have a guy with a serious mouthpiece that's charismatic. Give him a mic him up. I've never seen a fighter walking out during his walkout, and he's mic'd up talking to the commentators. You know what I mean? I definitely like that shit, and that showed that they recognized Keyshawn's talents, and they gave him a platform, so to speak, to exploit his talent. So kudos for ESPN and Top Rank for bringing something new out. Kudos for Keyshawn for showing and proving. In my eyes, he's kind of filling the void or filling the space that was left by Shakur Stevenson and his kind of home base, his hometown success, having pretty much sell out events or close to sell out events in Newark. That's gone now for Top Rank, so they gotta replace that with something else. With all that being said, with the high success of this event Friday, I think that this puts Keyshawn in real good stead for bigger fights, and maybe not the big fight such as a Tank Davis, but I think it puts him in great stead for a fight like maybe Dennis Berinchek, who has a belt. We can't forget about him. He's a top-ranked fighter, and I know Bob don't really give a fuck about no Berinchek, bro. Berinchek ain't making Bob no money. Berinchek, Berinchek, he got no hometown where Bob can go to, you know what I mean, and sell 10 to 15,000 tickets.
Right.
I think Bob's willing to sacrifice a belt holder like Berinchek to appease Keyshawn Davis and make a bigger event. But that's my take on that.
Real quick, before we switch gears, because I want to get into something that I've been noticing. We haven't got a chance to speak on it. I'm gonna ask you, then I'm gonna slide back to my boy Ack. Big Joe put a good question in the chat. We will be addressing the chat. So if you got a good question, just put it in. I mean, as usual, Suspect 6 Sunday, man. It's the recap. Big Joe says, should Keyshawn fight a guy like Frank Martin, a pit bull, before he go fight Tank, or go right into a Tank fight? That's a good question, Joe. That's why I put it up there. Answer that, odd fella.
No, you shouldn't. And not because I disagree with the type of opponent coming off of a loss. I just disagree with these particular opponents. Frank Martin is rumored to be moving up to 140. Esau Cruz, he's already at 140. I don't know if he has any plans of going back down, but from what I know, he's still a 140 pound fighter. So with that being said, I think a guy like George Kambosos Jr., former champion, still at 135, a guy like that, clean him up in a neat fashion. I think that automatically springboards you into a title shot. Or if you want to skip the line, like I said earlier, Dennis Berinchek is a guy that I think Bob Arum is willing to sacrifice. Don't have no big fan base, don't have no real marketability, can't speak the language, probably can't even speak the Ukrainian language, right? Because you don't have no fans in Ukraine, it seems like. So, yeah, serve him up on a platter for Keyshawn and bring it back to the 7 cities. Makes sense. That's my take.
Okay. Let me say this real quick before I pass it back to Ack. I agree 1,000% with what all fella is saying. Listen, Tank Davis pretty much controls, what he wants to do at 135. Only people like us are gonna hold him to a certain type of standard. Now his fanboys and his cheerleaders are gonna, let him do whatever he wants to do. Meanwhile, they're gonna talk shit about every other fighter that's quote unquote not making the best fights. So I agree 1,000% with what all fella is saying. There's no need to fight Frank Martin. That ship has sailed. The Pitbull Cruz fight, that ship has sailed. Both these guys are coming off losses. And you got Dennis Berinchek right there, who is on Top Rank, and that is an in-house fight. And we know Bob Arum loves to make those type of fights. He don't have to share the money with nobody, and he can keep it in-house. And once again, if he beats a champion. He's at 135. He becomes a champion. Now it's no more ducking, dodging, and hiding for Tank Davis. Now let me play this video real quick, and this is from a fellow New Yorker, and this is gonna correlate with everything that what we talking about right now. And we got a New York brother on the panel. Now check out what this dude from New York had to say.
I fought 2 white boys, beat both of them. I need a black boy now, and it ain't on some racist. No, it's to unite all of us together. Remember that. It's to unite, because I know all the black community, one thing is for certain is that we all are what? Christian, and we all believe in Jesus, the Son of God. So in those moments right there, I get to show you the faith of really what God could do. Everybody want to be like this and that about race. What the and the ones that complain about this about segregation, it was your ancestors and your great ancestors that went through it, not you. Shut the up and go and make everything happen now for yourself and for your.
Now I gotta come to New York on that one. That's your boy T.O. Ack. He say he fought 2 white boys. Exactly. He fought 2 white boys, now he want a black boy. We just seen a quote unquote black boy. We seen a whole lot of black boys actually over the weekend. You know what I'm saying? I think the only Mexican we seen this weekend was Bam Bam Rodriguez. What's going on with Teofimo, man? Do you think he really wants to fight a black fighter? Is he clout chasing? And if he really does want to fight a black fighter or a black boy, what black boy or black fighter should that be, in your opinion, Ack?
Y'all lucky I couldn't find that post from Edgar Berlanga, a real New York nigga. You know what I'm saying? Where he said Teofimo is not from New York. He's from Florida. You know what I mean? I was dead looking. I was trying to go through the timeline. I can't find it right now, but he definitely posted that a little bit after the Canelo fight. Bro, he from Florida. He was born there and raised in Florida, bro. Stop, man. Please. He got nothing to do with us, man. Yeah, I mean, you talking about a real New York dude called them out on it. And if you want to go back in time, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about that part. But I just gotta get this out. Devin Haney even said Gordo wasn't from New York. He said Teofimo is not from New York. He did a whole interview talking about that. So stop, man. Florida, that's Florida's problem. But anyway, back to what he just said. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't like the whole thing with Teofimo's mental. Like I'm wondering about him because Bob Arum offered him fights, he didn't take them. Me personally, if I could see him fight anybody, if you asking me, I would like to see him fight Terrence Crawford, but I feel like he has to earn that. I don't think that he could just shoot for the stars, aim for the moon, and all of that. I think that he has to put in some work. You know, I mean, beat somebody there. I don't disagree with what Terrence Crawford said. Beat somebody that's there, that's recognizable. You could be there at the weight, and then maybe, you know what I mean, if you seriously want to do something at 154, you know, make that fight happen with somebody like whoever, you know what I mean, one of the top dudes at 154, and then maybe he could get that fight. That's just how I personally feel about it. But outside of that, I would like to see Tank, Devin, all of them offered you a fight and you didn't do it. So I'm trying to figure out what Teofimo is trying to do, you know, because I really don't know, you know, what his plans are. They offered him Brian Norman. Brian Norman is in your stable. Why not fight Brian Norman? You can hear me, Bob?
Okay.
Yeah, heard me, right?
I can hear you, but your camera froze up. Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, I can hear you though. I can hear you. I don't know why it froze like that. You know that New York internet is trash, especially in Harlem, man. You need to go. I've been telling you go get that internet Drew Titan got. You know what I'm saying? KG, I'm gonna come to you, man. What's your thoughts on what Tiafimo had to say, bro? What black boy do you want to see him fight, if any?
It's always a motherfucker that will say this shit right here. I ain't trying to be racist. Well, not to be racist. But nigga, you about to say the most racist shit, damn. You know what I'm saying? You can say when you got to preface any damn statement like that before. He brought up race and then brought up race. I already had 2 white boys. Now I need a black one. Oh, it's nothing about race. Then why the fuck did you bring it up? Like, I need to hear what was said before he got to that point where he said, "Yeah, I already fought two white boys. Now I need a black one."
KG fell out. He'll be back. The homies say T.O. is food at 54. Shaw will say don't take that act. Yeah, act know his internet is horrible. You know what I'm saying?
This happened. That shit just kicked me out.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, bro, but go ahead.
Yeah, but like I said, that motherfucker. You brought up race. You get what I'm saying? And then you say it's not about race.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You sound wild as hell when you say that. Now, if you say I want to fight the best, I can respect that. And that's regardless, you know what I'm saying, the nationality, the color, the gender, whatever the fuck damn however you want to damn gonna spin it. But when you're specifically centralizing motherfuckers as white boys, black boys, and then why you damn trying to get riled up for what your ancestors had to go through? You didn't have to go through it. What the fuck point does
Yeah, that's
that make?
racist.
That damn saying that has 0 point. You know what I'm saying? Like why? I hate when people do that shit. Now, if you is in a if you're in a situation where uh people are struggling as far as paying bills or can't put food on the table and they blaming the system, you know what I'm saying? But you talking about
Mm-hmm.
boxing. This is a sport that black fighters ain't fucking complaining about. It's the black content creators that may complain about them, you know what I'm saying, us being shorted. But how many black fighters do you hear complaining about daggone fucking, you know what I'm saying, not getting fights or not damn getting certain paychecks? Black fighters are not complaining about that. That's us, the content creators.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to fight one of us? You know what I'm saying? Cause I know I'll weigh your ass by, you know what I'm saying, a good 100 pounds, but I don't give a fuck. I take the fight. And I got a guy there go fucking damn next to me that will take the fucking fight. Our fella that damn, you know what I'm saying, fucking damn Carl Froch up there, he'll take the fucking fight. Pitbull fucking goddamn 503 line to fucking take the goddamn. You see what I'm saying? So when you say that, who are you talking to? Because black fighters don't talk that way.
Right.
Tell me what black fighter speaks in that essence. Nobody. So when you say that, you point yourself out there. So it's trolling gone wrong. You're trolling on some shit that black fighters don't even speak on. Tell me one time Bud Crawford is there gonna say some shit like that. Oh, I'm not getting a fair shake because I'm a black. No, black fighters don't say that. That's what we're here for. We point that shit out. So,
Right.
the black boy that he needs to fight is whoever's at 47 that's right there. I mean, at 40. You know what I'm saying? Where is he gonna fight? Is he gonna fight at 40? Is he gonna fight at 47? That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Because you calling for a nigga at 54. You don't bring enough cachet to the table for him to gonna come out of 54 to fight at a catch weight or they're gonna step back at 47. You don't have that with you.
Nope.
It don't warrant nothing. So where are we looking for a fight for? At 40, 47. If that's the case, you want to fight a black fighter, welcome fucking Frank Martin to fucking the 40-pound division. If you want to fight if you want to fight a 40-pound mob, welcome Frank. Give you know what I'm saying? Give Frank that opportunity. Who else? Who? It doesn't even matter to me because I'm like that's why like when we talk about race when it comes to boxing, I squint my eyes and all I see is skill sets. So when you say that, I'm like, who the fuck could he fight? I can't even think of anybody right now because I like skill sets. I know I got black
The
fighters that I like.
homie say, the homie, and this is in your area, Gary
That's another
Antoine
one.
Russell.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Take that fight. You want a black one? That's a whole nigga right there.
Yeah.
That's a whole damn nigga right there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't a black
Yeah.
one. That's a whole nigga right there. How you want it?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, like I said, Gary Russell, Frank Martin. You want to go to 47? Go fuck with B Norman. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, you sound silly when you bring this up when it's not being thrown at you. Nobody's throwing anything at you because nobody knows what the fuck you are.
Mm.
We don't know if you Honduras, fucking Spanish, Spaniard, fucking. We don't know. Part
Yeah.
shark. We don't know none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So
facts.
for you to gonna point out people's races and you are the minority of the minority, then what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Make that shit make
Make
sense.
it make sense, goddammit. Your
Yeah.
daddy ain't even told you what your heritage is, goddammit, because he don't know. He don't know if you want to sound Mexican or Puerto Rican, goddammit. He don't know. His dad is confused. So his son is, like I said, the apple don't fall far from the tree. Your son just as confused
Yeah.
as you. And you sound stupid when you get up on your soapbox and try to sound knowledgeable about something. That tells me what chapter you stop reading at. You're supposed to read the whole book. You don't stop at a certain page. So, well, I got all the knowledge now. No, you don't. You sound stupid. You're not Yoda. You're not woke. There's nothing to, you know what I'm saying? Go fight somebody, bro.
Let me say this before I pass to R fella because I want R fella to close this segment out. Because he is in Canada, and if you read through your history book back when we was in school in the early 90s, early 2000s, you would know that a lot of people migrated to Canada. So I think R fella has a different perspective. But let me say this, man. Teofimo, you running out of road, dude. You really are. And it's sad to see a boxer that possesses your skill set come to this. You were one of the first young guys to beat Lomachenko. And with that win, it elevated you to another status. And you then went to fight Cambosis, and the belts got took from you and migrated to Australia. And it was a black guy, a black boy, as you call him. It was a black man who had to go and get the belts back. Not only did he do it once, but he did it twice. Then you go to 40, you have some iffy performances. You question yourself, do I still got it and whatnot? You beat Josh Taylor, and now we see what Josh Taylor is. I mean, he's pretty much not the same guy. I'm not going to disrespect Josh Taylor because he was an undisputed champion at 40 for a long time. I'm not going to disrespect Josh Taylor. But T.O., you've been hating on these black guys since day one. Let's just keep it a stack. You hated on Devin Haney, bro. You hate on Gervonta Davis. You hate on Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? And now you have a new quote unquote crew of dudes to hate on. The Virginia boys. You don't like a Keyshawn Davis. You don't like a Troy Isley. You don't like Kelvin. You don't like Abdullah. You don't like Keon. You don't like none of them. You don't know why? Because they're a threat to your career, bro. You keep on talking, you might have to end up fighting one of these guys. I don't know who it would be. I mean, they all is around the same weight class. Kelvin is at welterweight. Keon is at 54. Keyshawn at 35. Troy at 60. Abdullah at 35. So these guys can make weight to whoop your ass. I mean, you could pick your poison. You know what I'm saying? But the leader of the crew, Keyshawn Davis, he called your bluff. And you didn't want no smoke with this guy. Right now, you got Devin Haney, who does not have an opponent and is so anxious to get back in the ring. You don't want no smoke with Devin Haney. And I don't know. I mean, Devin Haney has been chasing you at least for the last past, I want to say 4 years, maybe. Before he got the Lomachenko fight, before the Cambosis fight, before both of y'all fought Cambosis, you know, Devin been on your bumper for a while. And rumor has it, and Devin has confirmed it, that it was a lot of money involved to try to get you to come and fight on Rider season, but you didn't want that smoke, bro. So I don't know if this is a clout chase, or do you really mean what you say, or maybe you just in Delulu land and you just speaking out of pure fucking delusion and being a big dummy, because you are a dummy. You're literally biting the hand that feeds you with Top Rank. And it's gonna come a point to where you're gonna be blackballed, buddy. So keep on calling and campaigning for one of these black dudes to come kick your ass. And that's what's gonna happen. All fella, man. I save you for last, bro, because I know you in Canada, man. A lot of, you know, African slaves migrated to Canada to get away from slavery. How do you feel when you see a guy like Teofimo, who has pretty much had a good career up until the Cambosis fight, campaign to get in the ring with a black boy, but he's being very, very, very racist towards our black people?
I think you kind of put it best just earlier, and you didn't even know it. T.O. wants a black boy, but he really deserves a black ball. Nigga needs to be blackballed. Straight, simple, and plain. That so-called Bud Light sponsorship he got should be revoked. Should be stripped of him. You know what I mean? How you having a blatant racist? He's not even tippy-toeing or straddling the fence no more, Five. He's just out with it. Publicly. On public platforms. Denigrating and disparaging a huge sector of your Bud Light's market. He needs to go for that. ESPN should have some type of reprimand on TL, since he's a public figure on their platform. So yeah, he wants a black boy, but nah, he deserves to be blackballed. I mean, take that. You know, dig? He out here trying to be clever with it. This is the thing. Talking about, yeah, I beat 2 white boys, and now I want a black boy. Cause you know what? I'm trying to unite. Why couldn't somebody tell him that those were trash bars? Trashest bars I ever heard in 2024, man. Cause I'm trying to unite. Yeah. Nah, B. Strip him of his sponsorship. Let him play under the disguise of Canelo, since you want to be part of the Canelo fan club and hold his belts and whatnot. Let him you go work for him then. You know what I mean? See what he can do for you. You know what I mean? I think Top Rank should cut him loose, because he really ain't showing improving. They try to put credible fights on the table for him, and he's refusing. He's turning them down to fight guys like, respectfully, Steve Claggett. Shout out to my Canadian brethren. But Nobody was calling for that. Nobody was calling for that. He's giving us trash fights. He's giving us trash bars. Strip him. Give him the black balls. Take that. No Diddy. You know what I mean? Um, if he want it, but seriously speaking, like KG was saying earlier, if he really wants a black boy, go get that Brian Norman Jr. worked in. You know what I mean? This is the description. He got to he's a black boy that's holding a belt.
Facts.
So
That's facts.
yeah. Go
like
show
that.
and prove. Go show and prove.
Yeah, yeah. I like that, man. You want a black fighter? Go to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? If that's too much smoke for you, come to Virginia. Go to VA and get one of those black boys. There's plenty of them down there for you to fight. Okay, moving forward, man. We're gonna get back on track. I want to play this clip that Keyshawn said, man, this viral clip, and we're gonna get into some what do you want to see next?
But world title definitely gonna be next. 2025, we got big plans for everybody in the boxing world. Hey, Gervonta, knock knock.
All right, KG, I'm coming to you, man. He say Gervonta Davis, knock knock. What's your thoughts, man? What do you want to see next from the businessman?
I want to see him in a forward progressing fight next, because we all know he's not gonna get the Tank fight. You know what I'm saying? So he can knock, but Tank gonna treat you like Jehovah's Witness, bro. He gonna turn the TV off, turn the lights off, turn the daggone radio off. They not gonna answer no door. They gonna go quiet in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that he's scared of Keyshawn. It's just the fact that Keyshawn don't fit his demographic, so he can do what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? So, and Keyshawn got too much of a mean streak that and patience that Tank don't want no parts of right now. So I'm not saying, so I don't want no Tank fan to them think that I'm saying that Tank is scared. He's not scared. Tank is the boss. And if Tank feels like it's going to be a tough fight and he's not going to look the way he wants to look, Tank is not going to consider that fight. And Keyshawn is not going to get into the, he's not going to chase Tank down the way other opponents would. So therefore, Tank will get what he wants. He's not going to give him what he wants. So like I said, what's next for Keyshawn? Y'all heard me say this, bro. I've said this maybe earlier this year or last year. I said 2025. I said mid to late 2025, Keyshawn is gonna have a belt around his waist. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have a, you know what I'm saying? Because that was just a gut feeling I had, and I could have closed my eyes and not knew the kid was from Virginia, and I was gonna say the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I've had high hopes for Abdullah Mason also. So like I said, so when I speak about these young guys, we have to look at the guys that's behind all of our current favorite fighters now, because we have a new generation of boxing coming in. So yeah, so like I said, I've spoke highly about the kid. So if he doesn't get his next fight, of course it's not gonna be a title fight. They're not gonna give him a title. Like I said, it's gonna be about summertime where we see him, or summertime to fall time where we see him in a championship fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they're gonna, Top Rank is not trying to, they're gonna hold him, but at the same time, I think they're gonna hold him for a specific fighter by that time. So y'all was saying Dennis Barrington, and I like that fight, but I don't think that's gonna be his immediate next fight. So we're gonna see him take on another, because this was supposed to be considered quote unquote a tune-up fight. So they're gonna put him in with somebody of note in this next fight. You know what I'm saying? Where they're gonna say he solidified himself. We said he stamped himself Friday night. You know what I'm saying? As a new contender. But they're gonna actually put him in the fight that the system is going to classify as a contender. You know what I'm saying? After. So I don't have any real names. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I see it being a forward progressive fight. It's gonna be another, you know what I'm saying, There's gonna be another step up for him because they want to
Right.
find out. They want to find out if he's a fluke or not.
Okay. Okay. Now, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna come back to my brother Ack. I'm not gonna ask you the same question because we was kind of talking about the Tank and Keyshawn thing before the brothers pulled up. I want to ask you this, man. Abdullah Mason probably had the best round of the year in the fight with the Vasquez guy, the Dominican Shag, right? Based off what you've seen in that first round of that fight and what Abdullah did in the second round, man, what do you want to see next from Abdullah Mason, and who do you think he's on the crash course to see in the future?
He definitely, like, if there's one name that I could associate with his right now, I could definitely see he's a little bit behind him, but I could definitely see him, Kid Austin. I could definitely see him and Kid Austin getting on. I don't think I think both of them is going to be at 140. They're not going to be at 35 too long. They both, just the way they both built. I could
Right.
they definitely going to be 140 pounders sometime in the near future. But as far as what I seen with Abdullah Mason, I seen a lot of grit and determination. Yeah, there was mistakes made there, but it wasn't nothing that he can't learn from. Yeah, he got dropped twice, trying to throw that uppercut from a distance. Kind of remind me of Buster Douglas versus Evander Holyfield. When Evander caught him with the straight and Buster was throwing the uppercut from too far. The only difference, that was a knockout blow and Buster couldn't get back up. Abdullah Mason, that actually showcased his grit and determination. That showed me that he has that other tangible when the going gets tough. And after the second one, he got back up, threw the uppercut to the body, threw it to the head once he dropped. And that was all she wrote. So that showed me that in a championship situation, Abdullah Mason will be able to grind it out if the going gets tough. If he gets hurt, if he gets dropped, or if he's in a situation where, even if he's not getting dropped, if he's in like a dire situation where he's in a corner and stuff like that, I know that he has the mindset to adapt and figure out a way to do what he needs to do to strive in that situation. So Abdullah Mason showed me a lot of character in the ring by getting knocked down and coming back, getting knocked down twice and coming back, and then ultimately finishing his opponent the second time he dropped him. So yeah, so I'm like I said, he had the most entertaining fight of the night. That was another thing too. That was a real that one had me. If I was falling asleep, that woke me up.
Yeah, for sure, Oh man, I'm gonna come over to you, all fella, man. I got a special question for you as well. Like I say, we're not gonna really talk about the fights and break them down. We're gonna say that for the Beltway. Y'all be sure to tune in tomorrow, man. Bullshit on the Beltway. 7:30 Central, 8:30 East Coast time, man. This is Usual Suspect Sunday, Suspect 6 Sunday, the boxing recap. We're gonna talk about a little bit of everything. We're gonna move around and get into some hot boxing topics, man. Now, one hot boxing topic I do have for my brother Art fella. I want to play this video. This comes from the interview we did the other day with Box Boy Troy. And let's get into it real quick. Janabek, man, he fought a couple weeks ago as well, man. Like, you don't gotta go deep into it, but like, what's your thoughts on Janabek? You know what I'm saying? If you could tell us a little bit about
I feel like he's a good fighter. I feel like he ain't really fought nobody. I feel like he fighting a bunch of names and he knocking them out. A bunch of unknown names, he knocking them out. I mean, I feel like all he fought is Bentley. He had a good performance with Bentley, and he showed, maybe he not all that, but You know what I'm saying? I feel like I can beat Jennebec. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I can beat Jennebec. Me and the team I got now, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we can beat Jennebec.
All right, so that's Box Boy Troy Isley. He was the co-main event. He pitched the shit out against his opponent, and Tyler Howard. Um, you a big advocate for Janabek. That's your guy. What did you learn this weekend watching Box Boy Troy? And based off what you saw, do you feel like he's ready for a Janabek based off the clip that we just played, bro?
I think the vaccination, the quote unquote cure that I believe Box Boy Troy has, is still a couple fights before it needs to be released. It's still under development. Needs a couple more fights before we try to nullify Janabek. It was a washing for the most part on Friday night. There was, I think towards the end of the fight, might have been the last round, old boy got off on him a little bit. But for the most part, Box Boy Troy was highly poised, stuck to the game plan, utilized a great jab. So the only criticism you could really put forth is maybe his lack of putting the gas on a little bit, applying the pressure a little bit more, to try to get I forget what his name is, but old boy out of there. But you can also question is there enough pop, enough punching power to keep a guy like Janabek off of him at this time. That's why I kind of say maybe in a couple more fights of seasoning before that cure, before that vaccination is ready to execute on Janabek. Great performance, good performance, but I think there still needs to be some a couple more steps before we get to that level. I like, personally, he don't like him, but I kind of like that grudge match between him and Ammo Williams, who was I guess he hasn't been a title challenger, but he has been looked at as a contender in the middleweight division for at least a year and a half now. You know what I mean? He does have that decent performance, albeit it was a loss against Hamza Shiraz. So he's been in the deep waters in the middleweight division for a bit now. I think Ammo Williams would be a great opponent to introduce Box Boy Troy into the deep waters to see if he can really swim. But that's my take.
Yeah. Me, myself, personally, I'm going to break this down real quick, real slick. I think that Box Boy Troy did an amazing job at boxing. Staying poised, staying patient, staying behind the jab, and, pretty much getting a unanimous decision, cruising to a UD. The biggest thing I would say with Troy is he has to do better fighting backwards, because if you do fight a guy like Janabek, he's going to be in your chest. So you're going to have to fight going backwards. You're going to have to throw punches going backwards. You're definitely going to have to land combinations, and you're going to have to get Janabek's respect. For Abdullah Mason, I think Abdullah is just really going to have to work on his range and knowing when to throw those quote unquote killer punches that can, destroy a guy, because he was really trying to go out there and get the first round knockout. I mean, let's be real, bro. Abdullah came in on Keyshawn Davis's undercard, so I really think he was feeling the type way. You know what I'm saying? So he really wanted to go out there and kind of steal the show, and he did that. But in the process of him doing that, he got caught with some shit that, he really shouldn't have got caught with. But the guy Vasquez just threw an amazing counter punch, bro. Amazing. Went right through the went right through the gloves of this guy. It was. I mean, that's why I say you love boxing, man, because anything can happen in that ring, man. So, like I say, and this is why I put Abdullah Mason, why I put him over a Kid Austin, is because of shit just like that. We need to see guys get tested, and when they get tested, when they retest, where they pass or where they fail. And when Abdullah got up off that ground and he was immediately through into the retest stage, he got up and he mastered it and he passed it, bro. So, for that being said, I think Abdullah, man, you next up. Be sure to go check out the Ack and R show. My brother Ack put the link in the chat, you know what I'm saying, to his channel. Y'all be sure to check us out over there. We gonna go live every Saturday. When Ack does the show. So be on the lookout for that. That's on Saturday mornings. All right. Let's get into the other card. We really don't got to spend a lot of time on this, but we do have to talk about it. Now, before we get to Boost Ennis, because I know that's what everybody want to talk about, man. Let's get into some of these undercard situations. We can kind of breeze through this real quick. Khalil Cole, Raymond Ford, Bam Bam Rodriguez, man. Two dudes won very easily. One dude took his first loss in Khalil Cole. This was a great fight, by the way. If you didn't watch that fight, man, y'all be sure to go check out Khalil Cole and his opponent. I can't remember his name. It started with a G, Jalisos or something like that. I can't remember that guy's name, but this guy was tough as fuck. KG, I'm gonna come to you first, man. What was your thoughts on that undercard? We don't got to really break down the fights, but just give me a quick, breakdown or assessment of what you seen in the undercards, man.
Gallegos is a true daggone fucking damn Mexican down to the fucking damn bone marrow.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I saw. I saw Khalil Cole. Like I said, I love. I'm not breaking down the fight, but I love the power boxing. But anybody on this panel knows if you're gonna start that way, you got to try your best to end that way. And Khalil Cole couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And he was in there with a motherfucker that damn was about that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you, after that fight, he went and had probably about damn 10 to 15 shots of damn of the bar's best daggone tequila Resposado. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? Had the mariachi band playing and every goddamn thing. Raymond Ford, first fight. That's his first fight at 130, right?
Yeah.
The kid looked good. He looked big. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the workout regime was, they understood the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because Raymond Ford looked kind of menacing last night, bro. Then with the determined and intentional punches that he threw, the kid he looked like he was the damn size that he was. You know what I'm saying? He was like, the last time I was at the park, nigga stole my bike, goddamn it. I'm here to take my bike back and yours and your homies. And that's how he looked like he pulled up. You know what I'm saying? He had his hair done, so Red was happy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud that the kid came in and had short-term memory loss. You know what I'm saying? And came in and got the job done based off of the food that was then presented in front of him. Who else was on the undercard? Because I think those are the only
Bam Bam Rodriguez.
That's like main card shit. Ammo Williams. Ammo not ready for Dan Troy. I'm gonna say that. Not ready for Troy. He's not put together enough. You know what I'm saying? Troy may not necessarily have the punching power or the pop that we made them look for him to have right now, but he is a more complete fighter to me than Ammo Williams. Ammo looked messy as hell last night. You know what I'm saying? So and Bam needs to move up, bro. Cause he looked huge against
Thank you.
He looked huge against that guy he was fighting. He looked like the way Lomachenko looked against damn Guillermo Rigondeaux.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. So he needs to move on up. You know what I'm saying? But based on he did his thing too. Like I said, everybody that was supposed to do their thing did their thing except Khalil Cole. Khalil Cole
Yeah.
figured he had what he had because of how strong he started. But you got to be able to maintain that. You know what I'm saying? If you come out the damn start blocks at 100 miles an hour, 5, the slowest you can go is 90. You can't slow down below anything lower than that because the niggas that was there gonna chasing you is gonna catch up. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
Yeah. So
let me ask you this: who had the best performance on the undercard?
Which undercard is it? This is the Saturday night undercard, right?
Yeah, the zone.
Shit. Gallegos, goddamn it.
I like that. Yeah, he
fuck it.
Yeah.
Because that nigga was a 20 to 1 underdog, goddamn it. Somebody got paid. His family got paid last night because I know they put money on him because they was like, bro, I'm putting money on my family. They weren't looking at the fact that he was a 20 to 1 underdog. They was putting money on him because he's family. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, like I said, yeah, they went and got the best fucking tequila reposado they had at the bar. I promise you. I promise you. Everybody got fucked up last night. You know what I'm saying? That was the best.
This nigga D-Man stupid. He say Coach Shoestrings came out in his shoes and he was trying to find it. Damn. That's fucked up, bro. All right. I'm gonna come over to you, Act. Now you've been very, very critical of Bam Bam. You know, he gotta fight June Tao, he gotta fight Monster New Age. You know what I'm saying? He got to go to Japan and slay Godzilla and all his other little baby dinosaurs and shit. What was your thoughts on the undercard, man, and who had the best performance in your eyes?
I think I'm gonna have to agree with KG, the one that beat Cole. I gotta agree because he was the underdog in that. Nobody expected him to win, and he had the homie Coach Ron on his side. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. We love Coach Ron. You know, so yeah, I gotta say, Cole. To do that for Cole. What was his name again? Stills. What was his name? What was his name, y'all? The Mexican dude. He did his thing.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He did. Yeah. You know what I mean? I gotta give him that. I gotta give him that. He had the best performance. And what else did you ask? What else did you ask, Five?
What was your thoughts on the undercard? How did you feel about the fighters? About Raymond Ford and Bam, and you know,
Raymond Ford looked very sharp. He looked good at 130. You could tell that he's a 130 pounder. He punched very good in between shots. I like that he wasn't loading up on everything. I think that his ultimate goal was to get the guy out of there, but he didn't lose himself in trying to box. The jab looked good. He looked stronger. He looked healthier than at featherweight. You know, I think that that's the perfect way for him. I think he should stay there. As far as Ammo Williams, it was a little sloppy, but he got the job done. Sometimes we can't be nice and neat like other boxers. I agree with Kay again as far as Troy. You could tell Troy is Troy looked way sharper. You know, Friday. You know what I mean? Just with his punch was more crisp. It was more refreshing. watching Troy, even though Troy may not possess that power, Troy still could box his ass off. I mean, his name is Box Boy Troy, after all. You know what I'm saying? So, Troy looked good. It was good to see all the Davis brothers on the card. It came to fruition. That's what they wanted to see. Oh, my fault. I'm confusing the cards. We talking about the zone. I'm sorry about that. So many fights. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah. Nah.
That's my bad. And then if we gonna go to the main undercard, I'm gonna just say this. Like I said, I like Bam as a person. This just what I'm saying in the ring has nothing to do with him outside the ring. He's a family dude. He takes care of all his peoples. So I'm not getting at him, but he did look big compared to that dude, man. He looked huge. And then for Bam to move up, get a win, and then move back down, that was just weird to me. But I'm just not all the way sold on Bam, but nobody got to be mad at me for not being sold all the way on Bam.
No, we're not mad at you. We're not mad
I remember once upon a time when I was saying the same things about Inoue when he was around them divisions. And you and Steels and Mac, I was all, he need to fight this person. And then he moved up and started testing himself. I need to see that same thing from Bam. For Bam to show me that he's great, they asked him about Juntao. He said he's willing to fight Juntao.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he can make 118 with no problem. No problem. Especially after how he looked last night. He can make 118 with no problem. So that's going to show me how great Bam really is when he moves up. Not staying at this 112, 115. Nah, that ain't doing nothing for him. And then another thing too, not fighting dudes like a little past it. I feel like Bam been on the old guy tour. Like the same way they was trying to get at Dev, I just got to keep it real. I got to get at Ben. He been going. That's why I'm not really too big on that Chocolate Tito fight. I'm not big on it. I'm not big. I don't think he should take that. I think he should take the Juntao fight. Fight the Juntao dude. Y'all in the same boat. And I want to see Bam test. If Bam get through Juntao, that's at least going to be in my mind like, all right, act. You might have to put him on the list because Juntao is a bad dude. And then if he get the Inoue fight and he dispatches of Inoue, I ain't gonna lie, he on my list. He's gonna be very high on my pound for pound list too. You ain't gonna hear me talk no more. I ain't gonna say it no more in my Birdman voice. You know what I mean? So I'm not hating, man. I'm not hating, D, man. They did it to me. They did it to me with Inoue. You wasn't there.
I mean,
I
never tried to really convince you of Inoue. I think that was more so odd in KG. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling boys Inoue was like that.
Nah, you know but back in the day, I remember you wanted him to fight Josh Greer and all of these. Y'all wasn't believers back in the day. You know what I mean? Y'all wasn't believers back. Not KG, because KG and Red wasn't there yet. I'm talking about a little further than that. Y'all wasn't. This is when Josh Greer was doing his thing, and he was around that division. You know what I'm saying? I remember. Y'all wasn't sold. It's cool. I mean, you picked up quicker than Steels and Mac did, but you know what I mean? I remember I was on the island by myself, but it's cool. He came, he went up, he proved it, and now look where he's at. I would like to see.
So in order for you to start respecting Bam more, you want to see him fight Juntao.
I want to see him fight a young, bigger dude. You know what I mean? I ain't even the biggest fan of Lomachenko, but even Lomachenko did it. He started beating everybody at like that from 122 to 130, and he was like, you know what? They still don't respect it. Let me move up to 135.
But you called him a gatekeeper on your show yesterday, bro. So you're not
No, I'm saying
convincing
I'm
me.
talking about in the past tense, bro. I'm not talking about Lomachenko as far as now, because me and KG was talking about the here and now. Me and the good doctor was talking about the here and now. I'm talking about back when he was just demolishing joint from 122 to 130, and then he had challenged himself. That's the same thing that Inoue did. That's what you do when you great. You move up and you challenge yourself. You don't just stay pacing in one spot. That's what I feel like Bam is kind of doing. And you know, I like I said, I like Bam as a person, but he just got to prove a little bit more to me as a fighter. I still think he's very entertaining and stuff like that, but I don't think that we're gonna really see where he's at until 118, 122. 118, 122. I think, you know what I mean, there's some guys there for him. Even at 118 before he go to 122. But 118, there's some guys there for Bam. And if Bam could get through that, trust me. And then he could get a new way at 122 and beat him. Trust and believe he will be high on my pound for pound list. And y'all, and I know what y'all gonna say. Act, you was saying this and you was saying that. I mean, yeah, but remember what I said here, that if he does that,
Okay.
it's my credit.
Okay. I noted. So Bam got to fight Juntao. Got you. Okay. Give me your thoughts on the undercard, man, and who had the best performance in All Fella eyes, man. Take us to Planet All Fella. What you got, bro?
Yeah, the undercard was straight. Definitely. I didn't get to see the ammo fight, unfortunately, but I still think he would be a good litmus test for Box Boy Troy, and a good somewhat of a grub match, being that they have some type of some background history with each other. But moving on from that, Raymond Ford looked very, very sharp. At the end of it all, he was making me think that he's a serious threat at 130. That he's somewhat of a guy to avoid at 130. Old Shock, Lamont Roach we're probably looking at this fight not too quick to call him out. That's the type of performance Raymond had. That right hook was extremely quick and sharp, compact and concise. Great performance from Raymond. His style was adjusted. The temperament was a little bit more vicious than we're accustomed to see him. He's more of a boxer. We saw more of the last night. We saw a boxer puncher with aggression. So I like that facet of Raymond Ford's style. Unfortunately, yeah, the performance of the night goes to Galagos. Khalil Cole somewhat got exposed. We was breaking down, I believe, the light heavyweights on one of the Akinod shows, and I forget where Khalil Cole placed, but we did recognize him as a fighter that we should keep our eyes on in the light heavyweight division, being that he's one of the few American light heavyweight contenders out there. Well, that contender status is now gone after that performance. Like we saw, he did start off pretty good. The jab was beautiful, but it seemed like after the third round, he abandoned it and went to the German high guard. And when I say the German high guard, I say that disparagingly. because the German high guard is just when you put your hands up. You know what I mean? But there's no punches in between. You just wait for the other guy to finish their punches before you attempt to throw back. You don't exchange. You don't try to parry or counter or nothing like that. You just wait. It's peekaboo. You just wait until the other guy finishes. The problem with that, with using the German high guard in this instance, is that Galagos wasn't finishing. He was throwing punches and bunches. You know what I mean? So that was a horrible loss from Khalil Cole. You calling out guys like Anthony Yard and Buatsi, and shit. Yeah, I was a believer. Yeah, that this guy's just a tune up, and we gonna see some big fights from Khalil Cole in the near future. That's 2 years back now. You know what I mean? This is a major setback. And Galagos, even though that he got a upset performance, I'm not looking at him like he's some type of threat at 175. I'm not looking at him like he's gonna give Buatsi any type of problems. You know what I mean? That was a bad loss for Cole. You know what I mean? So that kind of knocked some wind out of my sails watching that yesterday. Bam Bam, as expected, he's on my pound for pound list. So I expected him to dispatch of Guevara the way he did. Even though Guevara hasn't been stopped before, I still believe Bam's a special talent that only special talents are able to separate themselves like that in that type of fashion. So I agree in a sense that it's time for him to move up and challenge himself more, because I think in essence fight fans are kind of getting tired of the more of the same, because we got to at the same time we still got to give him credit. He's simultaneously a flyweight and a super flyweight champion. He's unified at fly, and he has a WBC belt at super fly. So we can't act like he's not doing nothing spectacular. But at the same time, I don't want to see Chocolatito. I don't want to see this this narrative. Oh, he just took out the four horsemen or whatever they're calling Chocolatito and Rung Versailles and the other guy, Estrada and Quadras and all that, right? Yeah, that's great. You can fit that up into your tune-up schedule, but for big fights, I'm in agreement with Act and the Juntao Nakatani fight. A guy that's in his prime, so to speak, kind of like in your same age bracket, undefeated, a guy that people look at that believe has special effects as well. A guy that's showing that he can carry a promotion by himself. They have him. They had him on his own card, headlining his own card over there in Japan. So I think that makes for a big fight. In the immediate future, Bam and Junto Nakatani. I ain't trying to hear this Chocolatito shit no more. Like, leave that alone. Albeit, yeah, the boy's 24 years old and there's time, but us as boxing fans, we're impatient. We ain't got time for that. That's my take.
All right, man. Amazing undercard. Both these cards was amazing. The Zone, Top Rank, man. I mean, it just was an amazing weekend of boxing. I put this card right next to the 5v5, man. Matchroom did versus Queensberry. I think that Raymond Ford looks like a monster at 130. Got to give him his credit. He didn't close the show though. Let's just keep it a buck. He couldn't get that guy up out of there. I'm looking on the internet. I'm seeing shock this and shock that. Listen, man, Shock ain't ducking no smoke from this guy. So let's just get that overstood. Okay. Now, Khalil Cole, man, you took a major setback loss. I feel for you, homie. You got to bounce back, man. You shouldn't have lost to no guy like that. I mean, that shows me right there, man, that when they turn that heat up in the kitchen, man, you're not making the proper adjustments, man. You might have to seek other coaching in your corner, because that dude in that corner was kind of he wasn't getting it, bro. I'm being real. You wasn't listening to him. And me myself personally, I feel like Bam had the best performance out of all them guys. He dispatched of a guy that has never been stopped before in 2 rounds. Let's just keep it a buck. I know a lot of people don't hold Bam in high regard. Act Reacher being the leader of that pack. You know what I'm saying? But like, who else is doing what he's doing at his age? None of these guys at them little level weight classes is doing it. You know what I'm saying? Monster Inoue wasn't doing no shit like this when he was 23, 24 years old. He wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I know that y'all want to see my man's move up, and I think he gonna do that. I don't take Bam as a ducker. He's never ducked no smoke. So if the Junetown fight is what y'all want, I think y'all shall get that. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's go ahead and keep it pushing, because we finna get ready and wrap this up. I got to get ready to go to my son game in a minute. Boots Ennis, man. Boots Ennis versus the Fighting Karen. He's not the boxing Karen no more. He's the Fighting Karen. I'm hearing a lot of people on the internet today saying Boots is overrated. I feel like we went through this already, man. We walked down this hallway before with Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis looking like he don't want to be at 147 no more. Looking like he want to go to 54 and do his thing at 54. We don't have to break down the entire fight, but I gotta get y'all take on what y'all thought, what y'all learned about Boots Ennis this weekend versus the Fighting Karen Part 2. And I'm gonna pose the question to all of my brothers in the on the show with me today and in the chat, the sisters as well. Do y'all think Boots Ennis is overrated? I'm gonna let you go first, KG. Go ahead.
You remember Prince Nassim?
Mm-hmm.
You remember how flashy he looked until he came across like Kevin Kelly?
Mm.
Ben Whitaker. You remember how flashy he looked until he came across the guy that they're gonna fucking then made him want to find a way out of the ring? Boots Ennis.
Yeah.
We, like I said, as these guys start stepping up in competition and coming across guys that can make adjustments, our favorite fighters, Boots being one of mine, they're gonna look more and more human. You know what I'm saying? So these damn fans that want to see the damn razzle dazzle and the damn fucking daggone fireworks all the damn time, stay fucking tuned, bro, because you're gonna have to fucking daggone watch this damn journey as it unfolds. Boots is not gonna be able to be the flamboyant, super flashy damn dude. You remember yesteryear when he was switching while he was punching. He was damn, you know what I'm saying, looking amazing. You know what I'm saying? He is, you know what I'm saying, why I became a fan. But at the same time, I haven't looked at Boots any less. But he does get my criticism because I don't cut nobody no slack. So no, Boots is not underrated. Boots has to make adjustments now because you can't damn be the flamboyant razzle dazzle guy that you was. You can't do it because you were underestimating opponents. Your previous fight with the damn boxing Karen, now the fighting Karen, y'all had a problem with him damn on, you know what I'm saying, on his back foot, being showing timidity, moving, you know what I'm saying, movement. And I think that's what inspired Boots is daggone boxing boots. I just seen it on IG. He had boxing boots and it had Tom and Jerry on it. You know what I'm saying? And it had Tom damn chasing Jerry. I mean, Jerry chasing Tom is the cat. Yeah, Tom chasing Jerry, and On the other one, it says Mr. Catch a Body. You know what I'm saying? So that was him damn prefacing saying that I know how to cut the ring off now. But yeah, but you and your dad didn't take into account that people can damn go back to the drawing board and wipe that bitch clean and come back there gonna fucking as a completely different person. And that's what the fighting Karen did last night. He was actually utilizing angles and everybody was in awe. The commentators and everybody was in awe. It's like, did he just hit an angle? I heard our fella daggone fucking come off of mute with a beverage in hand. Oh my God, this nigga just daggone turned the angle. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boots was not expecting that. I told y'all, man, this shit is chess, man. You have to be 3 to 5 moves ahead of your damn opponent. And the fighting Karen was ahead of fucking Boots until the man that Boots is started the daggone show and we started seeing the Karen breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Boots couldn't get the stoppage, you know what I'm saying, regardless how much his dad was screaming for it. So no, Boots is not underrated. Boots is 27 years old, but he's really 22, 23 years old because he doesn't think further than the previous fight. That's a downfall and that's a flaw that he's going to have to make an adjustment for. And we can't make excuses at the end of the fight saying, "Oh, well, I'm just looking forward to going to 54." You can't do that. We're asking you about this fight, and then you're trying to say, "Oh, I didn't really take this fight serious." Why the fuck when you take this fight serious when this was your fight that you held the most criticism from the previous fight? You can't come in with that excuse. You know what I'm saying? Because people held that over you. They said you look normal there. You looked even more normal here. You kept getting hit with the left hand to the point that damn Ryan Garcia felt he could throw his hat in there and say, "Well, shit, I got a good left hand. If you was getting hit with his left hand, you definitely get hit with mine." You get what I'm saying? So you're gonna have that now, but take that and embrace that target. I really would embrace that target now. I really would because now you got motherfuckers that's damn more so willing to fight you now. But you got to go back to the lab and daggone fucking brush up. So nah, Boots not underrated. He's not underrated and he's not overrated. He is rated where he's supposed to be until he teeters as being over or under.
Yeah, I like that. Awful, I'm gonna come to you, man. The fighting Karen, man. What was your thoughts on the fighting Karen versus Boots, man? Is Boots overrated? And how do you feel about him saying he want to go to 54 next?
I don't think Boots is underrated or overrated. Like just like KG, I think he's rated accordingly. I think where we got it twisted is where we were rating the boxing or the fighting Karen. Affectionately known as the boxing Karen, he is now the fighting Karen. We underrated him. Nobody was expecting him to do and pull some of the boxing tricks that he was pulling last night. We look at his resume on paper and he's coming off of a 3-win win streak, but all against Euro level competition, nobody of note. We see that he fights predominantly out of Germany, but we forget that he's not from the German boxing school. He's from the Ukrainian boxing school. Oh, and he showed he graduated from the Ukrainian boxing school because he was showing us some angles. he was pulling some nice, giving Boots some nice angles in that fight last night.
Mm-hmm.
He was showing a great left hook. He was able. I was telling me and Queen was going back and forth. Like if this guy can sustain this type of pace, he's gonna be a problem for Boots. And he was effectively a problem for Boots. He was a great test, a great humbling test for Boots to show Boots that he ain't invisible. Show Boots that he might not be a pound for pound talent yet.
Yeah.
To show Boots that you need to maybe focus on the task at hand instead of looking through your opponent, because I think he was looking through the Fighting Karen and thinking about other bigger fights in the future. This was supposed to be a formality, another showcase in front of the home fight fans, bringing out the Philadelphia Stars once again. But I think the Fighting Karen had the crowd a little bit quiet and reserved and concerned. So I think our missteps came with the rating of the Fighting Karen. He's definitely underrated and won the respect of me with his performance last night against Boots. I think Boots, to speak on Boots real quick, his this performance was it wasn't the greatest from him, but like KG was saying, it might warm other top fighters to get in the ring with him a little bit more or less reluctantly. You know what I mean? It might cause other fighters to sign that contract a little bit quicker instead of avoiding Boots due to some of the deficiencies defensively he showed from getting those repeatedly hit with the left hand. There was times where the Fighting Karen was getting off on him with multiple shots. I've never seen Boots take like 3 punches in a row. There's one thing you get hit, pot shotted, you get hit with a big shot now and then, but yeah, there was times when the Fighting Karen was getting landed a 2-3 piece on him. That's stuff you got to check. You know what I mean? Stuff that, you got to check that now before you even get deeper into these bigger fights, right? So I think that this was a blessing in disguise for Boots, and albeit he got through it, I think at the end of the day, we learned more about the Fighting Karen than we did about Boots. But that's my take.
Yeah, let me say this real quick before my brother At Cook. Listen, man, we knew what this fight was gonna be before we got it, bro. This is another fight that we did not ask for as boxing fans. We wanted to see Boots fight B. Norman and stay on this. You know what I'm saying? A Barrios or something like that. We already knew that going into this fight, it was going to be difficult. We didn't know if we was going to get a boxing Karen or a fighting Karen. In actuality, we got a fighting Karen. A fighting Karen that came forward, that threw punches, that threw the left hook, that was tricky, that was awkward, that was pivoting and angling and sidestepping, and in the midst of that, he was clinching. He was doing a lot of holding. He was frustrating Boots. He threw off the timing and the rhythm of Boots. Boots really couldn't get into his catch a body bag. He couldn't do it, and he didn't look as dominating as we're accustomed to seeing Boots. And he's gonna have to sometimes, take that, because he is a champion. He is a star. He's a future superstar, mega star in the making, and the criticism is gonna come. It's gonna come, bro. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And I think that a lot of people got to stop being so fickle. And if you're a Boots fan, be a Boots fan. And if you're not, then don't be one. Me myself personally, I would like to see Boots in his possibly get at least one unification fight, because welterweight. Because I'm gonna say this, man. If Boots Ennis leaves 147, I mean, it's pretty much destroying the legacy of 147 simply because, man, welterweight 147 is such a very, very prestigious and historically great weight class. I mean, you have so many great fighters that came out of there. I mean, Floyd Mayweather being creme de la creme of 147. I mean, just recently we had Earl Spence, we had Terence Crawford. If you go back to the 80s, you had Sugar Ray, Roberto Duran, and you know what I'm saying. You had Terry Norris's, and you had so many great welterweights, bro. So many greats. You know what I'm saying? Cotto, De La Hoya, Zab Judah. I mean, that division has so many great fighters come out of it. So if anything, if Boots cannot get a unification fight for whatever reason, if he cannot get B Norman, if he cannot get a Stanionis, if he cannot get a Barrios, who we're going to see next week, if he can't get any of those guys in a fight for whatever reason, hey man, by all means, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But at least one unification fight, at least one. You know what I'm saying? And you can sell off to 154, which is going to be a lot more harder. I'm not going to lie. 154 is a shark tank. That is the usual suspect, six numbers one division in boxing. So we're going to be watching you very, very closely how you move at 54. Ag Reacher, what you got on Boots Ennis, man? Do you feel like Boots Ennis is overrated? And how do you feel about him going to 54, bro? Before we get up out of here.
I ain't gonna be too long. I mean, maybe it's one of those things where he underestimated his opponent slightly, or maybe it was like what our fella alluded to earlier. Maybe it was a situation to where Karen was better than we all thought. Because in that last fight, it's like he completely did like a whole nother move. How KG is talking about checkmate in chest and things like that. He almost if he wouldn't have dropped him, and if he wouldn't have got called out on the holding, I'm wondering what that score would have been on that card. So I gotta give Karen a lot of credit too. I think it was more what Karen was doing right than what Boots was doing wrong. I think that Boots, him getting hit and things like that, I think it wasn't really expected. Karen was using angles this time, and he was punching in between Boots' shots. It's almost like 503 kg in steals. It's almost like he kind of watched the I've been sneezing fight, the David Avanesian fight, because that's what David Avanesian was kind of exploiting. If you pay attention in Boots' fight with Avanesian, Avanesian was punching in between the shots. Now he ultimately got scoped, but here we got a more durable fighter, somebody that packs a little bit more power in the shots. Boots played it off, but there was a point in that fight where Karen rocked him and Boots was hurt, but he's just so good. He's a good actor. He's good at hiding. It wasn't a shot that was debilitating and nothing that, where Boots is going in danger of going down or getting knocked out. But, he rocked him a few times. So Karen would definitely be a big problem for a lot of dudes in the 147-pound division. And as far as Boots moving up to 54, I was one of the people, if y'all don't remember, saying that I think that the test would be when he finally went to 54, because I don't see anybody at 147, being able to do anything. And I was slightly wrong, because look what Karen did. Maybe it ain't time to go to 154. Or there's a lot of scenarios with this. They were talking about, and Bozy said it in the interview after the fight, maybe it's time for him to move up. You know, maybe he felt a little bit weak, kind of like how Raymond Ford said at 26 before he took that L to Nick Ball and then he moved up. So maybe it's one of those situations. It could have been that. But I guess we won't know unless he moves up or he takes another fight at 47. Was it just the off night? Was Karen that good? Has Boots been at the weight too long? He's 28, basically. What is it? You know, so I don't know. I guess we gotta wait and see, but I still think, you know, Boots is still my favorite fighter right now. I still believe that Boots will be exciting, you know, the next years to come. And I think once he gets to 154, he's gonna get those dream matches that he really wants. Yeah, that's all I really got on that fight.
Yeah. Appreciate that, bro. So we gonna save everything else for the Bellway tomorrow. I don't like I say, I don't want to steal none of my brother's sauce. You know what I'm saying? I know Red like to, you know, take a deep dive into the actual fights, and you know, KG always breaking that shit down to the science. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's the good doctor and whatnot. We do have boxing next week, Friday and Saturday once again, man. So we back to back with it. So you will be seeing more content from the usual suspects. And like I say, man, Monday through Friday, we're gonna try to, you know, keep our content out there. I'm gonna try to do a better job with putting content out there on the days where my brothers don't have anything going. And of course the weekend, you know, you got the Act and R show on Saturday. Sunday we have Usual Suspect Sunday boxing recap, Suspect 6 Sunday. So you know, the goal is to at least keep us in the algorithm 7 days a week. I mean, it's enough of us to go around. It's 6 of us, so we should be able to have content throughout the week, bullshitting on the Bellway, you know, Act and R show, Suspect 6 Sunday, you know what I'm saying, boxing checkup, paint the town red. You know what I'm saying? We have enough people to keep the algorithm, you know, and we should be able to be in the algorithm's favor, shall I say. And you know, we gotta do a good job of that moving forward. I think this week we did a good job of that, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't. Give me some last words before we get up out of here, man. Act, man, let the people know what you got coming. You got the Act and R show coming next Saturday. I know you
I
got some
mean,
other stuff on Comic Cons and stuff like that. Go
yeah,
ahead, bro.
yeah. Yeah, later tonight we got a show on Comic Cons. If y'all not sub, that's my other channel. Make sure y'all sub over there. As far as the Jab Jamboree, I'm gonna talk to Steels and see what tier list, because I noticed the tier list takes long. We could just do a whole show. I don't even got to talk about nothing. But sometimes when Steels want to do that list, it's just something always pop up. You know what I mean? Some boxing news is something that I just want to talk about real quick, you know, pops up. So I don't know what Steele's got on the docket for next week, but I'm down to do whatever tier, whatever division he want to do next, you know. So salute to the LDBC, salute to the full Berserker clan, salute to the usual suspects. Make sure y'all shop usualsuspect6.com because y'all fit the description, man. Man, until the next one, man, we out of here, man. Peace. Check us out later tonight, man. Comic Cons.
Yes, sir. Y'all be sure to go support my brother channel, man. He got a lot of motion over there on that Comic Cons, man. I be hearing him. You know what I'm saying? He got this person pulling up and they arguing about this and they arguing about that. D-Man Junior 78, stay ready. The homie D Gaines. I mean, hey man, it's popping over there on Comic Cons, man. Salute to my guy. You know what I'm saying? And that right there shows you, bro, that we don't just do boxing. You know what I'm saying? Act got range. My brother R fella got range. KG got range. You seen them on After Hours, coaches corner. Like all of the brothers and the suspects, we got range. We don't just have to talk about boxing. We can talk about a plethora of things. And you see the success of my brother Comic Cons. My brother R fella doing his radio show talking about hip hop, throwing parties. He got little R fella Jr. out there spitting bars. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, there's hella range over here in the usual suspects, man. And like I say, and I'm gonna continue to say this, and I don't care who gets mad. The usual suspects, man, we have stood the test of time, bro. They say times reveals our truth, and we the motherfucking truth, man. We seen a lot of guys. They try to come together. They try to collab. They try to do this boxing thing. They try to come into our space. They try to come in and group up and hate on the LDBC. And the usual suspects still here, bro. And we standing, bro, and we strong. And not only is we brothers on the internet, man, we pull up on each other in real life, man. LDBC meet and greet, man. The usual suspects will be there. You know what I'm saying? And we might be able to form Voltron this time if we can stay ready to pull up. Because you know what I'm saying? He say he pulling up to the Vegas. So hey, be on the lookout for us, man. KG, man, give me some last words, bro. Let me know what y'all got coming over there on that Beltway, bro.
Oh shit! Of course, we still got we bullshitting there Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Don't be too literal with those dates because, like I said, me and Red we got life going on. So, I got work, and I'm my daughter's coaches, and Red works, and he's his kids' coaches. So it's a little bit of everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Five said, we got range, man. We got plenty of range over here, man. You know what I'm saying? We all good fathers. Act got to jump into the game. Matt got to jump into the game. But yeah, but other than that, you know what I'm saying? We're good fathers over here. We're knowledgeable on boxing daggone on 6 different avenues. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna break them down. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to daggone find out, y'all can go tap into them 5 different channels and dig deep back 5-6 years. And I guarantee you'll come back to this point and say, damn, that nigga was right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep bullshitting on the Beltway, and you might see me cameoing over there with Stormy B, man, here and there periodically. You might gonna catch me damn beating the shit out of fucking Act Reacher with John Wick over this damn James Bond bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When I finally you know what I'm saying, get it back shaking, you gonna catch me waking and baking, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? So you already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because you already catch me with Doctor damn checkup with Five, where we damn uh have absolutely no filter when it comes to boxing. You know what I'm saying? So you already know what it is. I'm waiting for Red to get, you know what I'm saying, us then gonna get the green light so we can get after hours back going because I got a lot of off color, uh, um, deep daggone thought provoking shit to talk about when it comes to that's outside of sports in general. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, man, you can catch me anywhere, everywhere, and nowhere where you gonna ever see me because Five said I'll be out in the street shaking, moving and shaking. You know what I'm saying? So y'all tap in with the usual suspects, man, because we have stood the test of time. I was kind of against it for a while, but at the same time, I've come daggone full fledged and realized that these niggas are my motherfucking brothers. I call these niggas more than my real brothers. So uh y'all tap in. Y'all tap the fuck yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. And Five said it ain't what it ain't. And that shit over there. So yeah.
Yeah, that part. Yeah, man, go on, close us out, fella. With that being said, man, let the people know what you got coming, man.
Indeed. You know what I mean? We all got range, most definitely. Follow me on Instagram at jsteels, and you'll see the range. Party promotions. My latest party I'm promoting is Punkland Forever. Who would have thought I'd be promoting punk rap? You know what I mean? But yeah, we got range. Once again, make sure y'all shop usualsuspect6.com. Got some new Team Berserker gear lined up or posted that we just dropped. So make sure y'all go check that out as well. TWR Presents on YouTube. I've made the kind of the determination that I think I need to get back into the creating more videos.
You do. Yeah.
If people like KG was saying, you tap back in on any one of our channels 5-6 years ago, they're full of videos. And I don't want to we all got lives. We all do live streams and whatnot. But I think, especially within our site for the Usual Suspect 6, we're not doing videos no more. You know what I mean? We're just doing lives and whatnot. So I think maybe in that aspect, I could start filling the video void and coming up with but before I do that, I got to come up with finalize a consistent format or a consistent or a production that I like for before these videos come out. So that's something look out on TWR Presents. We'll be getting more boxing content via videos instead of your traditional live streams and whatnot. But
yes, sir.
It's your favorite yet your most hated R fella. Salute to the Usual Suspects. Salute to the chat. Salute to the whole LDBC. And I'm Gizon.
Hey, man, and my brother D-Man Jr. did say it best, man. The LDBC got motion. We got big motion, man. So salute to the LDBC, man. Salute to my guy 78 for creating this thing of ours, man. Salute to everybody, man. Like I say, we'll be back tomorrow. Y'all be sure to check out, you know what I'm saying, whoever else is going live later on today. I think Drew Titan is going to be live, him and the OG Stormy B, man. We got Comic-Cons coming on later. My brother Ag Reacher and the rest of the family. The link is to that is in the chat. And be sure to go tap in with the queens of the ring, man. Neek J Boxiana. You know, got love for my Texas queens. They doing their shit out here. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we'll be back to regular schedule programming tomorrow, man. This has been a great show. And salute to my brothers, man. Once again, R fella. Jay Steels, the mad scientist, man, Act Reacher, the Berserker boy, Harlem, Mr. Comic-Cons, the good doctor, KGK _ whatever the fuck you want to call him. You know what I'm saying? And salute to my other brothers, man. Motherfucking Cadillac Red, the hater, the Red Factor, the Big Mac, Stay Ready Boxing TV. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And on that note, man, we gone though. Deuces, y'all. We out of here. Peace.
If the lion is the king of the jungle, how can he be the king of the jungle? If he's not the biggest, the elephant is probably one of the biggest. He can't be the fastest because that's a cheetah. He can't be the smartest. So he's not the biggest, the fastest, or the smartest. So how does a lion become the king of the jungle? His mentality. That's the only difference of a lion and an elephant. When a lion walks up and sees an elephant, he thinks lunch. An elephant thinks run. And it's all mentality.